I went into Bellum Alpha Test with high expectations. I mean, it's developed by Karma Cut, arguably the biggest Milsim creator on YouTube. So the guy knows what players like us want. And if you followed me for a while, you know I call a spade a spade. I'm not here to hype a game up just because the dev is popular. If it sucks, I'll say it sucks. But Bellum, yeah, this one has real potential. It's early, rough, and the content is thin. But the direction this thing is heading, we might finally see a top-tier Milsim experience, something that I've been chasing since the early Arma days. The first thing that hits you is the chaos of combat. Lose comms just for a second and suddenly you're unsure where your squad is. Friendly fire, it's terrifyingly real, and yes, I racked up way too many accidental friendly fires. And on that note, player identification is brutally unforgiving. Past 20 meters, everyone looks almost the same. You're constantly asking yourself, do I take the shot or do I confirm on comms? That constant uncertainty keeps you on the edge and reinforces the Milsim tension that the devs are aiming for. And it's not just the gameplay. The sound design makes the chaos feel alive. Gunfire punches through, branches snap underfoot, every rustle in the bushes could mean trouble. It's immersive, intense, and makes you really think about every move. Weapon handling is solid. Recoil feels natural, and suppression actually had me ducking in real life. There's a real weight to every shot, which is something Milsim fans have been craving. Weapon animations are also extremely slick on this. I'd like to see a few weapon inspect animations come in, but that's probably coming later. Graphics and level design, for an alpha, they're impressive. The maps feel alive and functional, not just pretty backdrops. Sure, some areas are rough around the edges, but the foundation is extremely promising. Moving on to classes, right now you're locked into a class much like Squad. This works well for teamwork and roleplay. Each role feels meaningful and your squad's composition actually matters. That said, I'd love to see weapon customization with those roles. Different sights, attachments, or kit flares, it wouldn't break balance, but it would let players put a personal stamp on their role, which adds to a lot of immersion and replayability. Now, being a medic is where Bellum truly shines. The medical system was unreal. It makes you think about every move, but is forgiving enough for newer players to actually save teammates. There's a special thrill in patching up a buddy while bullets flying around you. It's a chaotic, tense, and immersive feel. The kind of gameplay moments that make Milsim fans' heart rates rise. Of course, this is a closed alpha. Expect bugs, rough edges, and missing features. But honestly, I'm not sweating that at the moment. What matters is the direction. Realistic chaos, punishing PID, immersive audio, and meaningful roles. The foundation is strong, and I can already see how it could become one of the definitive Milsim shooters. What I do love about Bellum is how it makes you think under pressure. Every engagement isn't just about who's faster on the trigger. You're constantly evaluating, where are my teammates? Should I suppress, move, or wait? Do I risk friendly fire, or do I confirm targets on comms? This isn't run and gun gameplay, which I love. I absolutely hate the Call of Duty shooters coming out at the moment. This is tactical, this is deliberate, and this is deeply satisfying when it clicks. That's exactly the Milsim experience we've been chasing for years. Beyond mechanics, the atmosphere sells it. The sound design, level layout, and subtle environmental cues like rustling grass and distant gunfire make you feel like you're living in the battlefield. Even navigating through cover or coordinating with your squad feels weighty. Bellum makes every decision matter, which is rare in shooters today. Over the past day of playing it, I've really learned that if you're not playing as a squad, you are not going to succeed. Now, while I'm hyped, there's room to grow. Weapon customization would add flair, maps could be expanded, PID can be brutal for newcomers. I think there's some balance options that people need to explore. Dynamic objectives, more environmental interaction, and extra content would also boost replayability, but judging by the bit of the roadmap, the potential is huge. What excites me most is where this game is heading. Karma Cut knows what Milsim players want, and the foundation is already super solid for such an early access. I can see squads coordinating more than I ever have in any other game. Medics saving lives under fire, and firefights that leave you genuinely excited. This is the kind of experience that keeps players coming back. Tense, immersive, and rewarding tactical gameplay that you won't find in most of these shooters today. So here's the deal. Bellum isn't perfect yet, but it's scratching an itch that we've had since early Arma days. Now, if you want to follow every update, alpha playtest, and chaotic firefight, hit that subscribe button and join the squad. I'll be covering every step of this game's journey, and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, if you love Milsim, tactical shooters, and gameplay that makes you think under fire, Bellum is one to watch. Stay tactical, and I'll see you in the next one.